Hello, and thank you for joining me on the show today. This is the Now Talks, a collection of inspiring personal stories and leadership lessons from some of the world's most iconic leaders. It is the weekly podcast for women in leadership, brought to you by Nations of Women. My name is Dr. Tina Allton, and I'm your host for today and the coming weeks. Hello again, and I am so delighted to spend some time with us again. I think the past week has been quite interesting for almost everybody that I've been speaking to. So I do hope your week has been great and that you had some time to take a pause and refresh, refuel, and just really find some, space in between all the busyness for a little bit of me time, because guess what? You matter too. So this week, I just wanted us to focus a little bit on some, principles that I've come to learn through my leadership journey. And really, my husband and I are taking a leadership class in our family church, and it's just been incredible. It's the kind of lessons that you really never get from any textbook or any college or any degree or program or whatever. You just don't get that anywhere. And so to be able to get that, as part of um for us, personal growth, leadership development, but within church framework, is just phenomenal. And one of the nights we're driving home, my husband and I were, talking about like sometimes being a leader is like a thankless job, right? But do you let that stop you? Do you kind of like just not do anything anymore? Because no, as leaders, our primary goal is to serve others. So there's some four principles or concepts or frameworks or ideas or thoughts or insights, whatever you want to call it, that I think is so great. It's very important. And I learned this first from my mentor, John C. Maxwell, in one of his books. I can't remember the title of the book because I have so many of it. But anyway, it's one of the first things I learned was really about how, as leaders, it's so important to introduce others to other people that they really can't know on their own, right? And that really, another way to think about it is like the power of networking. It's basically looking at really your own journey, if you want to look at it from that perspective, and how did you get to where you are now? I think there is a big chunk of it that would be down to networking, meeting other people, blah, blah, blah. But also, there's a very good chance that somebody else introduced you to somebody else. I think we're all a product of someone's introduction. And so I want you to, I'm not going to expand too much on all of these, because I know we're all great leaders, incredible leaders, but this is just to serve a little bit as a reminder. So there's going to be some actionable challenges that I'm going to throw out to each of us at the end of each concept, that I would love to hear back from you on how you've implemented this, or maybe, how somebody that you've done this for has responded. So the number one concept insight I want to share with us is introducing others to people they can't know on their own, and that is the power of networking. So really, it's about or what do I mean by that, right? What I mean is basically, how can we identify somebody? It can be a team member, it can be a friend, it can be, anybody that you're having the privilege really to lead, right? Identify somebody that you think, you know what, this person can benefit from a connection that I can provide. Okay. And then facilitate that connection. Don't just think about it, but facilitate that connection. How can you identify somebody? I hear you asking. Okay. So get to know what is the interests of the people that you lead, or whoever it is that you are. Just get to know people. What are the interests? What are the aspirations, right? And once you get to know the interests, the aspirations, then it becomes a little bit easier to know, okay, if I know what they're interested in this, or this is what makes them tick or fires them up. So you know what? This would be the best person to connect them to. Does that make sense? Cool. The number two is taking others to places that they can't go on their own. And by that, I mean be a mentor, pour into other people as well, right? How can you mentor somebody, or how can you get somebody towards um, the next the next thing that you know that they can do? How can you encourage somebody to perhaps just step outside of their comfort zone? That is the practical application of it. If you say, okay, fine, how am I going to mentor somebody, or who am I going to find? you know just be a source of encouragement. Encourage somebody to step outside of their comfort zone. Provide them the support that enables them and helps them to take calculated risk. We all have to take a risk. And if that's all you get to do, guess what? That is also another form of mentoring. So, yeah, pour into somebody, mentor somebody, encourage somebody, help them to step outside of the comfort zone. Remember the first time that you had to step out of your comfort zone? Did you get somebody cheering for you? Absolutely. Now it's your turn to take somebody to a place they can't go on their own. So find somebody that um, you can just really help them, maybe just by taking a risk, maybe by just coming out of their comfort zone, whatever it is, be a source of encouragement. Number three, offer opportunities to other people that they can't even reach by themselves. By that, what do I mean? Is just being a leader that creates an atmosphere that enables others to you know, take a chance, enables others to have an opportunity, enables others to grow, enable others to come into their own, right? I'm sure that as leaders, we've all met somebody and you think to yourself, that person has great potential. Ha, how did you know that? How did you come to find that out that they have potential? And what are you doing now that you can see they have a potential? What do you do about that? Are you the kind of leader that creates an opportunity for that individual to explore and expand their potential? Or you just think about it and think, huh, I can see all your potential. Well, guess what? As a leader, it's no use to anybody, to you or that person, just being able to see their potential and do nothing about it. Okay. So I want to, as a practical application or a challenge, is identify their potential. If you already have, then create opportunities that aligns with what you think they're capable of. Because it's so, so important that if you can see somebody that has potential, then create the opportunities for them that would stretch them, that would expand the capabilities, that would just build them up, that just creates the just that chance for them to grow as well, because we all need to grow, and we can't grow all by ourselves. We need other people to help us to grow. So I do hope that you're taking this in, and you're going to be the leader that identifies untapped potential, that creates opportunities for others to step into, who they can become. I think for all of us, sometimes it's easy to see who somebody can become long before they even, become that person. So don't just see it, don't just observe it and do nothing about it. Give them that space, give them that opportunity to be able to step into who they can become. And finally, is share ideas with other people that they don't have. I think it's very easy for leaders to think, you know what, oh, I don't want to share my ideas because somebody, guess what? There's an abundance of ideas anyway. And the best thing you can do as a leader, really truly, is to share your ideas. You're thinking, Tina, how am I going to do that? Well, you can start by sharing your vision, but you can start by sharing your vision. And sometimes you're talking to somebody, maybe at a networking event, they say something, and the light bulb goes up. Somebody's done that for you. You have to be that person. So share something, even if it's a little bit by yourself, your life. We can all learn from each other's lives. So share something about your life that will provide valuable insights or valuable ideas or valuable thoughts, or just simply add value to that person's life, right? And you think, well, I don't want to share anything about myself. That's okay. We're not forcing you to or saying you definitely have to. But a great place to do that instead is to share your vision. What is your vision as a leader? What is your vision? Right. So regularly share some of your experiences with your team, inspire them with your vision and your passion, and help them to grow, help them to come into their own, and help them to find value in some of the aspects of your life, your experiences that you've gone through. Be a source of inspiration. So to wrap up, I want to help you. Number one thing to remember is leverage your network and connect somebody else to people they can't know on their own. And to do that, just find out what inspires them, what are they interested in, and then find somebody that is in your network that is also interested in that and connect. Secondly, act as a mentor. Guide other people, help somebody to come out of their comfort zone, to step outside the comfort zone, or help somebody to be the source of support to enable somebody to take a calculated risk. Number three, when you see potential, create opportunities that will enable this person to be able to utilize their capabilities. Four, share your unique insights and your vision, inspire other people, stretch other people, be a hope dealer, give other people hope. Let them know that, hey, you know what? If you can go through something, they can go through as well. So share pieces of your life, share your vision, share your ideas, share your thoughts, share something valuable with somebody. And finally, remember that true leadership is about empowering others. It's not about authority, it's not about position, it's not about titles, it's not about any of those things. It simply is empowering other people, influencing other people. As John Maxwell says, leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. Everything also rises and falls on your leadership. So I hope that by applying these principles, you can transform the people that you meet, whether it's on a flight, whether it's on a train journey, whether it's at the bus stop, on the platform, on Facebook, in the grocery store, school run, wherever it is that you are transforming and touching people's lives because you're applying these principles. Let me know, what have you done this week with any of these things? And what has been the feedback? The person that you did that for, how did they respond? Did that, uh, what do you call it? Did that surprise you? How did that go? What did you do? Which one did you choose? And if there's anything else that you do that you think, this is really great, helps other people to grow, then I want to hear that as well. Until I come your way next week, remember to be a source of support and help somebody, if nothing at all, to step outside their comfort zone. Take care. And that's all for this week. You've been listening to Dr. Tina Allton with the Now Talks, the weekly podcast for women in leadership, brought to you by Nations of Women. All that remains is for me to say, have a fantastic week, stay safe, and reach out if you need any help now at nationsofme.com. Until next time, enjoy the pursuit of your potential, and remember, now is your time.